Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, we're back with another episode of PodVulture, and his face says it all if you're watching the video edition of this podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Az.
I am the other one of your hosts, Cole.
And we're back again. We actually did a second episode.
We've made it to a second episode, which is usually a marker of that we've actually put far more effort into something than we used to. And speaking of which, I now have an actual microphone.
Exactly, look at that. We've got fucking big dildo mics right on our face. It's great.
Yeah, very, very appropriate, if anything. But yes. Yeah, I listened back to the podcast from last week, and I was like, "Ow! I hurt myself with my audio quality because I was using my gaming headset. Apparently, not a good idea." So I have now purchased your old Blue Yeti off you.
Yeah, you were the weak link in the audio department last week.
I'm always the weak link in this relationship. You know this.
Oh yeah, I totally know.
Brains, you are the face. You are a handsome specimen, and I am a creature.
If you were here now, I'd touch you.
Oh, but... yeah, no, if we were together, there'd be too much touching.
Oh, 100%. When this stuff's over, there's going to be a lot of touching.
I can't wait to touch you.
This is going to start way differently to what anyone was expecting.
Oh, yeah.
For an entertainment podcast, you know.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's what we're here for, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, entertainment, our own sadness and loneliness. Yeah. Well, maybe less so you.
How are you doing? Are you okay mentally?
I like that we're starting like this every week. It's going to become a theme.
I've just got to check in with you. I feel like this is the most I get to speak to you.
That's not true.
No, it's not. We speak to each other daily, but also I want to make sure that you're okay.
I am actually. I'm okay. It's same as everybody. It's getting to a point now where it's just like I just miss my friends and I want to be able to go to the pub and stuff.
And just miss doing things and not even anything like no specific things, just doing stuff and going to places and seeing people. Yeah, all of which are really hard at the moment.
It would really be good to be able to go to like supermarkets and be able to just buy stuff normally as well.
The most impressive experience, I swear. Going shopping right now is like really challenging.
Dude, like I've been to Tesco twice in the last week, and honestly, the people who shop in Tesco, anyone who's listening to this, if you shop in Tesco, I hope you're not one of these people, because legit, I just felt like everybody was in my fucking mouth. I was like, why are you so close to me? Like, what is going on?
We know people that work at Tesco as well, so it's like, I feel for those people.
Oh, 100%. We have a friend who works in Aldi as well. Like Dan works in Aldi, and like he's on about like people in there will be like after stuff, and they just essentially mount him so they can just get to whatever it is they need.
Climb on top of him. Yeah, I mean it's the same. You'll go shopping and you'll do your best to stay 2 meters away from everybody. You'll look over your shoulder and there will be somebody just there breathing at you. Yeah, and you're like.
Do you know what really annoys me? What really gripes me is like I'll be walking down an aisle, and I'm very good at sticking to where the arrows are pointed, right?
Yeah, same.
So every time I do that, there is always someone coming straight at me, and I'm like, "Why are you doing that? What?"
Just aiming.
Literally, like, I'm sorry, but like everybody knows what's going on right now. You have no excuse to friggin' go the wrong way in the supermarket. I don't understand it.
It's like, are you okay in the head? It brings out the weirdest people. Honestly, the people that are on the streets at the moment are Deliveroo drivers and crackheads.
Yeah, and thank God for Deliveroo drivers, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless. But at the same time, like you'll go outside for your daily walk and whatever just to get a breath of fresh air. And I don't want to be outside right now. I think I'm going to get stabbed.
I don't think you get stabbed. It's pretty quiet out there.
Yeah, but again, not if you go to smackhead places.
But again, you live in town, so I guess like you know.
Yeah, exactly. Town's just full of weird people right now. It's just very weird people.
Yeah, well, you're there, so you know.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. I am one of them. Sorry, I'm just gonna drink some juice.
That's right. I'm sitting here enjoying a Pepsi Max, which is my staple beverage. So yeah. Anyway, coronavirus hasn't sent us completely off the deep end, so that's good.
No, we have been doing stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I still work. You still work, so we're we've got a bit of structure in our lives, so that's good.
Trying to maintain some semblance of structure anyway, fall into the void because this is probably the end of days.
Probably, definitely, whatever. So. After last week, you sent me with a task to watch some stuff.
Right, I set you with a task to watch or do a list of certain things. I'm going to call it right now and say you have done 0% of anything that I told you to do.
I've done 0% of anything.
Of course you have. Of course you have. Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because you're a terrible human being.
I thought you were going to call me a piece of shit, but yeah, it's the
I
same
mean, you
thing.
are a piece of shit. Yeah, no, I was trying to be polite about it.
Try not to burp on the podcast.
Don't burp on a podcast. I mean, if you're going to do it, don't do it on an audio medium of, like, it's just the worst.
I held it in! Fuck you!
I mean, do you know what is different between this and, like, starkly different between this and when we were doing the YouTube channel is that I don't have to censor you, and I am so grateful for that.
Oh yeah,
this is
totally adult only. You know,
I remember
sweary
how
McGee.
tiresome it would be to sit there and have to go through effectively about 45 minutes worth of footage every time, just bleeping out you saying inappropriate
and putting faces over my mouth as well, putting little faces. That was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I used to do that a lot. That was good. Just zoom right in on you,
little Deadpool in my mouth and stuff. Like, that was cool.
You'd love a bit of Deadpool in my mouth. But anyway, you are a piece of shit and you've done nothing.
Yeah, basically. I keep like leaning into the microphone.
It's a big mic face. Why have you not completed any of the tasks?
Basically, because I've been playing Final Fantasy 17. Final Fantasy. I've been through time, and I've played Final Fantasy 17. I've been playing Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and I have fallen into a very, very deep Valorant hole. I've
heard a lot about Valorant. I still don't fully claim to understand what it is.
Like it's some foreign concept. What is Valorant?
Well, yeah, because
who does a Valorant?
But nobody's really talking about it in detail. It's just, I've been playing Valorant for hours, and I'm like, okay, cool.
You just expected to know, bro. Like,
but then you explained it to me like I was 5 yesterday, which was really, really helpful in terms of like, so it's Counter-Strike, but with like Overwatch.
Yeah, so essentially it is just Counter-Strike and Overwatch had a baby, and then this came out. It's way more Counter-Strike than it is Overwatch, though. Like, the game is the same thing of like, you have, it's like a team deathmatch with bomb defusal in it. So search and destroy, I guess, for the Call of Duty people out there. It's just a lot of fun, and you get little perks and stuff like that for your characters and stuff. And like, I get very serious when I'm playing it. I like very, very competitive when I'm playing it.
You get very serious when you're trying to play any team-based games. You and the guys that you play with on the PC are always elitist. Yeah, is a strong word. But you are all very militant with the way that you go about things. Militant and coordinated and strategic. And if anybody does something that doesn't fall in line, I've been shouted at so much by people. When we were doing your Call of Duty 24-hour stream, oh my God, I was being yelled at the whole time. Yeah. And I wasn't having a good time. No. Your friends need to calm down.
Yeah, I'm not so shouty. I can be shouty, but I'm not mega shouty.
That being said, there's probably a reason that they're all so good at video games, and that's probably the strategic side of things.
Yeah, so I'm just barking orders at random people on the internet right now. Me and Dan have been playing. It's been lovely. I'm really enjoying the fuck out of it. I used to really be big on CS when I was younger.
Same. CS was my go-to in terms of like historically speaking.
Historically speaking, young Coleman.
Historically speaking, so it was always Sega Mega Drive, PlayStation, and then I just kind of dropped off the face of the planet with gaming, except like PlayStation 2 a little bit. I didn't have an original Xbox or an Xbox 360 for ages. I fell in with a crowd when I was like sort of 13, 14.
Did you join a cult?
Yeah, fell in with the crowd makes it sound.
I was discussing this with someone the other day, actually, saying we could imagine you joining a cult.
I made friends with PC gamers. Who were all very, very heavily into World of Warcraft at the time, but also played Counter-Strike Source. So I started playing Counter-Strike Source, and that was my expansion of my brain in terms of video gaming and like how this is all fascinating and amazing. We did CS Source competitions and tournaments and stuff.
Oh, did you? I didn't know that.
We went to LAN centers, and there used to be a big LAN center in the center of Birmingham. I can't even remember what it's called. Oh, Omega Sector. It's called Omega Sector.
Omega.
Yeah, and it was very, very cool. all like dingy black but LED. It was like a laser quest.
Yeah, we used to have a few LAN centers in Colchester. Obviously, they all died out, like all of that stuff.
They put a shitload of money into this place as well. There were like TV screens everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember watching whilst we were waiting for a Counter-Strike tournament, a DEF CON tournament, where there was like a guy on a podium sat in front, like at the front, and there were like screens everywhere. And you could just watch people play DEF CON, and it was crazy. And I don't go for RTSs, but I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah, I love this. I used to fucking love my local LAN centre. There used to be a place in Colchester called PC Arena.
It was amazing.
And it was so great. But we didn't play Source there. This is how OG I am. We were playing 1.6 and 1.5 there. And
by the time I jumped onto Counter-Strike, 1.6 was like retro and full of like elite level players. And just people that you wouldn't want to play 1.6 because it was
just get fucked up. Yeah, no, exactly. So I used to play that all the fucking time. That's why I would bunk school religiously to sit and play CS 1.6.
I'm going to upset a lot of people right now by saying that not only did I do tournaments, but my main go-to on Counter-Strike also was playing surf maps.
Oh yeah.
So I would spend
hours
listening to emo music like Fall Out Boy and Incubus, and just and playing like fan-made surf maps and just having a whale of a time.
I used to host a server every night and would have like a full server every night with just random people, and we'd like have mods on the server, and you could be like Spider-Man. You could shoot like a web across the map and like fling across the map and shit. It was nuts. Fucking used to love it. Oh, it's so cool. So cool, but totally not cool at the same time.
Yeah. Nobody, if anybody's watching this, they already know that we're not cool. Because it does. I have very fond memories of being in Omega Sector and watching Final Fantasy Advent Children, which loops back onto our original conversation of you been playing Final Fantasy Remake. I did it! I centered myself.
It all comes back.
It does.
Perfect circle. Yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy 7. I mean, I spoke about it a lot last week. I don't want to harp on because obviously people who have listened to last week already know, and if you haven't listened, then go listen. And then come back. So pause this and then come back.
Ignore the audio quality at that point, but yeah.
Ignore that bit. It's just great. Like I was saying, I've never played the original, and now I'm like 20 odd hours in. I still haven't completed it, which annoys me. But Valorant has like taken up my evenings.
You do this, you get sucked in by a game.
Well, yeah. I mean, on the weekend, I made sure I had a good 5-hour session on FF, and that was it. But and I'll probably go back this weekend. I plan on binging it. So, I love it. I think it's great. But now I've got deeper into the story and stuff. I'm like, I need to play the original because there is shit happening that, like, I don't want to go spoilers in case there is people on here who don't know anything. Because like me, there was stuff happening in this that I didn't even know happened in the original, and I was like,
has there been a death? Like,
there has been a death, and there has been a very big event just happened where I am.
Okay, cool.
So if anyone's played it, it's in chat. I'm now on chapter 13. No, or was it the end? I'm on chapter 14. No, I'm on chapter 13. So the end of chapter 12 blew my fucking mind. Pretty sure it's chapter 12 anyway. Blew my fucking mind.
Has played Final Fantasy VII will know what you're talking about at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but from what I've heard, it carries on, and by the end of it has serious repercussions for the game that will come next.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but from what I've seen hinted on the internet is that the next one isn't going to go how people think it is from the originals. So like something must happen at the end where it's like, okay, that didn't happen before. So
when it gets to that point, you're going to have to tell me about it.
I like that. I really like the fucking characters in it and stuff. Like the story is super fucking goofy, and the dialogue is fucking goofy as fuck as well. But it's so good. I can see why from the characters and the story that are in it, like why the original was like so revered and stuff like that. So when I finish this, I'm going to go back and play the original game because I don't want to spoil anything that happens in this game now, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
I'll do what I'm doing in this. Because if it's going to... Sorry, excuse me, I'm so gassy. I feel fucking disgusting.
It's all the Pepsi Max, dude.
I'm going to stop sipping it. So if it's going to change where it's going anyway compared to the original, like I'll go back and do the original and then it won't matter anyway. So that's good. So I'm going to finish what I'm doing now and I'm going to go back and do the original on my Switch. It's apparently, I was told that the Switch version, you can like skip loads of stuff as well, so you don't have to do like the mundane stuff. Apparently, really? Yeah. I don't know how, but apparently that is a thing on it. So I
was going to say, because one of the main reasons that I haven't picked up Final Fantasy VII since doing a pretty 10-hour stint on it on the Switch is because it started to get a little bit boring.
Well, yeah, apparently there is something to skip shit on there. I don't know. So I've been advised.
So yeah, that's fun though.
It's fun. It's nice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So I mean, speaking of remakes, I did what you sent me to do, and I bought Resident Evil 2.
I know, and I'm very proud of you because you are a big scaredy boy. So
basically, for anybody that's listening and that doesn't really know me or like have
nobody knows me
in the past, I am a giant pussy.
It is.
I don't like
just folds everywhere. It's crazy.
Horror things. Scary things, people who are slightly creepy, noises that are slightly creepy, animals that are slightly creepy. I'm aware that I'm slightly creepy. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh no. And so, yeah, playing the idea of a zombie game, not on my radar. Saying that, I love the Left 4 Dead franchise.
Yeah, but that's very that's not scary.
It's very stylized. It's very over the top. It's not designed to be scary. Whereas Resident Evil 2 is very much designed to be scary. And it has been scary. Because I remember texting you as I was playing it for the first time, being like, I don't like this. I do not like this. And in my brain, for the first like few hours of playing it, I was genuinely in the camp of, I am not having a good time. I'm not enjoying it. Because of how like frightened I am and how like badly I'm reacting to everything. Just little shit, just like noises and the 3D sound. I'm playing it. I've got my headset on.
You're playing it with headphones. That's good.
3D sound to be a thing. That's fine. You want it to be immersive. But as somebody who's scared by normal noises, don't have fucking zombie noises coming from directly behind me. I'm gonna poo myself.
Yes.
And like you open a locker and there'll be a fucking dead body in there and shit. Don't like that at all. But
have you met Lickers yet? Have you fought your Lickers?
Yes. So I'm now past the point where it started to get a little bit Resident Evil-y.
Yeah.
So I feel a bit more comfortable because my first, facts with Coleman time. My first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 5.
Yes. Which is an action game. Yeah. It's not
an action game. Yeah. And even like I played 5 and then I went back and I played a bit of 4 and I remember having watched my friends play a bit of 4.
4 is still a bit creepy.
It's still a bit creepy.
4's got way more atmosphere than 5.
Yeah, and it's not like OG zombies either. But going into this, I was like, this is a whole different kettle of fish. But yeah, it's categorically far more scary until it gets to a point where you start to get a bit more familiar with big, goopy, giant eye monsters and lickers and that kind of thing. Things that aren't just
lickers are terrifying. Fuck you! Like when they come at you, I'm like, oh god. No.
Yeah, scuffly little bastards.
Yeah, big mouth boys. Yeah,
and you see them walk past them. Yeah, no. But again, I say you get to a point where it gets Resident Evil-y. The moment I'm playing through Claire's story to begin with, the moment you get to the point where you get the grenade launcher, you're fine. Everything's okay. You get the grenade launcher, you get the submachine gun. It's less scary, purely because you're not worried about running out of ammo, which was for the first 2 hours of the game was always the thing. I'd run out of ammo because I'm shit at third-person shooters.
Yeah.
And so I'd be like trying to dodge through all these zombies and be like, nah.
I was going to say, you can't do a lot of running through like to avoid stuff because it's just easier to do that because,
The one thing that you said to me that's going to be the main crux of being afraid is Mr. X, and I am worried about that. I haven't met him yet.
You haven't met him yet? Wow, you're still early then.
I'm still quite early into the game, but I am aware that he is coming up very, very soon. So
yeah, he's not that bad. It's just
you can outrun him, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, but also it's the fact you just go through a door and it'll be like,
if you can get through 2, like 3 is a lot less scary. 3 is a lot more action oriented.
Okay.
So at some point, I mean, 3 I'd say wait until it's cheap as well if you wanted to play that because
I'll probably wait for that.
It's very short, very short game.
That's what I've heard, and a lot of people have held it to the same standard as 2. Genuinely, now I'm at that point in 2. I love it. I honestly love it. I think it's a brilliant game. I think it's really, really well done.
Oh, so good, yeah.
Yeah, like
as far as remakes go, it's up there, definitely.
Yeah, you can't even look back at the original Resident Evil 2 and go, this is the same game, because I again, I didn't play it, but for me this is like its own standalone thing, very, very much so. And
I mean, they kept very true to the original. They kept very, very true to the original. It's just yeah, I mean, it's like now you probably wouldn't go back. I mean, unless you're a real diehard fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking George was listening to this, he'd be like, "Of course you still play the original." But
Any
yeah,
of the old Resident Evil games,
like you don't need to now, because you still get the same story out of it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my hope is that they do, and there have that they do, and carry on.
But they are meant to be doing 4 is meant to be happening. So
I doubt they'll do 5, because
God, I don't think they'll remake. They're too new. I think, to be fair, even 4. It's funny because I was speaking about them remaking these games, and I was saying I don't think they'll do 4. I was legitimately sold like they wouldn't do 4, and then 3 came out, and then like a week later they were like, "Oh, we're going to do 4."
Supply and demand. It's supply and demand. If enough people say they want this, then it's going to happen. And the 4 was Wii era as well, so it's still early-ish.
Oh, GameCube. GameCube. Yeah, it was a GameCube exclusive when it came out. So
yeah, I remember playing it on the Wii. So
yeah, it was on Wii. Yeah, it was on Wii.
On the Wii, it's very.
I like the Wii version because you got to point and shoot the gun.
Ooh, you love a motion controller, don't you?
I do.
But no, I'm just having a really good time with it. I'm glad it was only £16. There was a genuine point where I was like, kind of regretting buying it and playing it because I was like, I'm not having a good time. Because I was scared. Because I was like,
I shouldn't mock you. I shouldn't mock you because horror games fuck me up. Like, I love horror movies. Horror.
So like Outlast and that kind of stuff. And some of the proper
real shock like fucking
stuff that I wouldn't touch with a barge.
But the thing with those, I think the difference between a game like that to like a Resident Evil is that you don't have any weapons, so you're literally helpless. So like if you see something, you've got nothing to defend yourself with, essentially.
Don't think you realise how bad I am at shooting zombies.
It's hard to control. It's way easier on a PC. Way easier on a PC.
Everything's easier on a PC.
Everything's better on a PC. Huh?
But
you tell me to get out.
Get out of this podcast. I'm enjoying it. That is, ultimately what it comes down to.
Put in sad face right now.
Yeah. For audio listeners.
Oh yeah, I was like, they can't see that I'm pulling sad face. So
you're such a little bitch, honestly.
I'm catering to our audience. Fuck you.
Yeah, our audience of like 2 people.
70 people watched this on YouTube last week. Just saying, 70 of you. Very, very, very thankful for that. Because we did this on a whim, and we thought maybe no one would watch it, but people watched it. This is
our comeback.
We didn't even do a lot of promotion for it, so I'll take that. We literally shared it a little bit.
Should have done more. Maybe we'll do some more on this one. Who knows?
Maybe.
Anyway, we're diverging.
We are diverging. But that's easy done. So this week, I got... What else haven't I done? I didn't watch any Westworld. I didn't watch any Westworld. Any free time I have, like where I'm not doing anything or trying to do like social things over the internet and stuff like that. I'm playing Final Fantasy or I'm playing Valorant at the minute. I will watch some Westworld. I want to watch the show that you want to talk to me about, The Midnight Hour.
Oh, The Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel. I said The Midnight Hour. In the Midnight Hour.
But I want to talk to you quickly about Westworld again, just very, very quickly.
Do it.
Purely on the basis that I watched the newest episode today. Oh,
I'm joking. Go for it. I'll be
Bite me. Go on. I watched the newest episode today, and it's just next level TV. It just continues to be next level TV. Honestly, I know that you want to wait so you can sit and binge it. Don't waggle your little crippled finger at me, boy.
Have you watched Watchmen yet?
No, I haven't.
Get off my dick, bro!
I know, and again, HBO, but there are lots of references in Westworld to Watchmen, apparently.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, HBO. I mean, there's references to Game of Thrones, like huge references to Game of Thrones in this series of...
Oh, really? What, like, is the... Yeah. Oh, God, I can't handle that.
Oh, yeah, no, everything's connected and all this shit. You'll find out.
I do need to watch this show. I do.
Honestly, you need to, I can't urge you enough to just sit and get through it, because it's so good. Acting as well. The acting is unreal. Like, Evan Rachel Wood, who plays Dolores, is very, very wooden in the first 2 series because she is a robot, so that makes sense. But she's so good through the entire fucking thing. Everybody is just a complete powerhouse performer. Tessa Thompson is very, very good in it as well.
She's in it.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson's in it. Why can't I remember the guy's name that is Jesse Pinkman?
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul is amazing. And
that does not shock me. He is amazing.
We've spoken about this before, and every time I get chastised about it, never watched Breaking Bad.
I tried to forget you've ever told me that. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. So you talked to me about powerhouse television, and you've never seen Breaking Bad. Like, what do you even know? Why are you even on this fucking podcast?
Clearly, I don't know enough about entertainment, but I digress. Aaron Paul is phenomenal. He's so great.
Oh, dude, like, yeah. Yes.
Like, just holy shit.
The end. Have you not heard him on BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, I know, exactly. He's Todd. He's so great.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I ever doubted him. Honestly, so good. You got me being gassy now too.
Yay.
But also, third Hemsworth is very, very good.
There's a third Hemsworth?
There's a third Hemsworth, yeah. I call him sub Hemsworth.
Sub Hemsworth. I hope someone out there remembers us talking about sub Hemsworth. Just saying.
Sub Hemsworth. He's sub Hemsworth. He is slightly overweight, a bit stocky and a bit wider and much less attractive. But he's very good in it.
I didn't know he existed.
No, I know nobody knows.
What's that one's? What's his name?
Watching the entirety of Westworld and go, oh, that guy looks kind of familiar. He's Hemsworth. That's what it is.
Yeah, but what's his name? You don't know, do you?
honestly, I don't.
John Hemsworth. There you go.
No, it's like Sam or something. I don't know.
I was going to Google it. I laughed off.
Yeah, Google it. But yeah, he's very, very good in it too. He plays a character named Stubbs, which is cool name. No, just watch Westworld. Sit, give it the time. I urge you. And again, I'm looping back around to the Midnight Gospel. I watched the first episode of it yesterday. What are you doing with your hand?
I was going to cut Star Wars for some reason, but I didn't. Not that people can see this. Whatever.
Are you all right? Honestly,
No.
I know I asked you this question at the beginning of the podcast, but I genuinely worry about you.
I'm okay.
Sometimes you do things, and I'm like, he's had a break. He's gone. He's gone to a different
He's had a break.
Yeah, he's like, which again kind of brings me on to the middle. I watched the first episode of it yesterday. I showed you the trailer when you were around mine breaking rules, COVID rules.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. But I showed you the trailer, and it is just nuts. So it's from Pendleton Ward, who created Adventure Time, but it's slightly more.
I never watched that either.
You never watched it? Oh man, fucking Adventure Time is so great. Oh my god! So everybody goes on about SpongeBob, about how it's beyond its time and how it's so deep, and meaningful, and all this kind of shit.
Well, SpongeBob.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, it's so classic, oh, funny. Oh, I never gave a shit about SpongeBob. Adventure Time, so good, so funny. I can sit and just piss myself laughing at it constantly. But that's a kid's show. I'm not a child. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
Yeah, I can't say anything. There's a Lego Batmobile behind me.
What do you want about now?
I said we can't say they're adults. I've got a Lego Batmobile behind me, and I'm pretty sure you have a Bulbasaur in your plant pot. Sorry.
I have a Bulbasaur in my plant pot. I've got a giant Lego Death Star, and I've got lots of stuff. Let's not draw attention to how bad we are.
How bad we are.
How terrible we are. I've lost my train of thought now. Pendleton Ward, there we go. He made an adult show for Netflix, and it's a bit sweary and a bit gory, but very funny, but in a very surreal way. So it's very hard to explain what the premise is. I basically explained it to you yesterday.
I say, the explanation you gave me, I was like, what?
Yeah, what? So it's kind of like a podcast. So there's the main character, whose name, I'll be honest, eludes me, is what's called a simulation farmer. And he can go into different simulations, worlds and different universes that he's farming, and speak to anybody that he wants so that he can try and get them to be on his podcast. And so
Okay.
the first episode that I watched, he goes into a world. He tries to go into loads of different worlds and finds out that the universe has been destroyed, or like there's been an outbreak of things and everybody's dead. And then the world he chooses has been taken over by zombies. But he goes in to speak to a man called Glasses Man. He gets to choose his own avatar, so he chooses this big, muscly, like hulking version of himself to go in and speak to Glasses Man. He lands on Glasses Man when he arrives, and it turns out Glasses Man is the president. And so they have this really deep conversation about drugs and about humans' relationships with drugs, and how not all drugs can be bad because it's primarily human responsibility in their own relationships with drugs that make them bad. And that there's the manufacturing side that's the darker side. But when you look at natural drugs and like hallucinogens and stuff, maybe they shouldn't be considered so bad. So they get so in depth.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
It's all one conversation. It is all one conversation. But during this conversation, they are killing zombies and like attacking this giant monster, and like have to.
So it's like a podcast is happening while a load of shit is happening in animation, essentially.
Yeah, and it is the most bizarre. I can't even begin to explain it, but I loved it. I genuinely loved it.
I loved it.
One of the previews of the other episodes that I've watched is the Grim Reaper having a conversation with the main character about the concept of death.
Is the whole season out?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a weekly. I know Netflix don't really do that, but
the whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah, they just talk about these massive like concepts and sit and just talk about them for 20 minutes.
Sounds very
the whole
like
time it's animated. Deep. Yeah, it's so deep. But it's animated and wild and wacky. You need to watch it. You'll love it.
Okay.
The way it was advertised was a bit Rick and Morty, but it's really not that. It's what Rick and Morty wishes it was, because it's very, the whole copy pasta around Rick and Morty, where it's like, oh, you have to be really intelligent to really understand Morty and the nuances of the jokes and all this kind of stuff. Excuse me. It's all science-based. I'm very passionate, as you can see.
He's getting worked up, guys.
It's honestly very, very intellectual and intense and deep, and it will make you ask questions of yourself, even though it's a cartoon.
I am fully behind that. So
I just rambled for about 10 minutes about this show, but watch it. That's my thing. I'm going to drink.
Okay. So yeah, I will make sure that I do, because I will actually watch that, because it's easier to consume as well, because it's like 20 minutes.
It's 20-minute episodes. Honestly, you won't be spending too much.
It's going to use a very small amount of my pea brain to sit and watch that. So
is it that your brain is the size of a pea, or that it's a brain that contains a lot of urine?
Both.
Oh. Sorry for your loss.
Oh. Yeah, no, so I will check that out. Have I watched anything? I was just thinking this. I don't think I've actually watched any TV over the last week.
I mean, to be fair, this
I'll tell you what I did get this week, though.
What?
That super duper special edition 4K box set of Star Wars.
Yes. So, the one that you spent probably far too much money on.
The fucking...
So what actually is it? It's a 4K...
Rise of Skywalker, that's it.
Yeah.
Launched on Blu-ray and stuff this week. So yeah, that came out. Yeah, essentially it is just a box set of all 9 movies in the Skywalker saga. All in it's like in a big book, essentially. I did a little Instagram story of it, of me absolutely having a nerdgasm over it. It's so detailed, like the art on it and stuff. It just looks fucking great. I haven't actually watched any of the films yet, again, because video games. So I'm planning on watching episode 1 this weekend, so maybe I can give like a mini review on some of the quality and stuff like that on it being on a 4K disc.
What's genuinely distressing though is that if coronavirus wasn't a thing, we would watch them together.
Oh no! How sweet would that be?
I know, and I'm really
in Dolby Atmos in 4K.
I know,
HD.
4K.
Oh god!
I haven't watched back through them in a very, very.
You haven't been. Haven't been back through and watched them. Did you say? Sorry, you broke up there for me.
No, I haven't been back through and watched them in a little while. And and I'd love to do that because I'm currently reading Carrie Fisher's book, so I'm doing a lot of consumption. I'm reading as well. Who does this? Who am I?
I know.
I'm reading Carrie Fisher's book, Wishful Drinking.
I can't read.
Incredible. I know you can't read. That's why you have glasses to overcompensate for the fact that you can't read.
These are fake.
Because in reality, because everybody knows that you're actually a protoplasm that is somebody's just stuck.
I was going to say, I don't even know what that is.
It's you. You are an amoeba.
Okay.
You are a single-celled organism with a brain that is...
I'm actually a mannequin.
Mine was better. Stop trying to outdo me.
Oh, I wasn't. I was just going along the thing. Anyway, fuck you. Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, I don't like you at all.
But we should watch Star Wars together. Maybe we should do it online. Maybe we can do it.
I mean, we can. I mean, you could press play at the same time as me. We can sit and watch and be like, oh, this is the Phantom Menace. This was good, wasn't it? I saw that film 13 times in the cinema.
Well, you say this all the time. I don't know why the fuck.
I was 9 fucking years old, right? This is how fucked up this is, right? My relationship with Star Wars. When you're a small kid, right, you don't know when stuff comes out. They re-released 4, 5, and 6 in 1998.
99.
No, 99 is when Phantom Menace came out. 1998, they released 4, 5, and 6. Or re-released the special editions. I'm pretty sure it was 98. Or it might have been between 97 and 98. I digress. Whatever. So they re-released them. So I only watched them in 1997 and 1998. So I was 7, 8, and then I was 9 when episode 1 came out. So for me, I legitimately thought Star Wars came out in 1997. I had no idea.
Mean, that's entirely fair enough. When you're of that age, things that come out, you're like, this must have been...
My parents never actually told me that. My dad took me to the cinema. He never told me these are old films. Like, he never stated that. It wasn't until my cousin told me, oh, by the way, these films are actually really old, and there was an edition of these films which had nothing in what you saw. Because obviously the edition I saw, what was I gonna see? Had all the fucking extra stuff in it. And blew my fucking little mind. I was like, what the fuck?
So, who were you to know that those films at that point, like 20-something years old?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, being a 9-year-old, Phantom Menace was fucking badass. Just saying.
It wasn't. So I only saw it once, I think, at the cinema. So I obviously was a big fan of...
I saw it twice on the day it came out.
You're a disease. You are the reason that The Rise of Skywalker was the way it is.
Oh, you liked that film?
I liked that film, I know, but there are parts of it that I didn't necessarily...
Oh, no, it's parts of it I didn't necessarily fucking like. Well, I was just like, whatever.
But yes.
We don't control this shit. We just enjoy it for what it is.
I very much enjoyed 4, 5, 6. Brought up watching them. Very, very staple part of my childhood. Went to see 1, and for my 9-year-old brain, I just couldn't associate the 2 as being the same in any way, really.
Oh, no?
No. Like, I was just like, oh, a separate thing. The whole Anakin is Darth Vader and all that kind of stuff, I just didn't understand.
See, this is maybe one advantage I did have is my cousin, when I was like, because he's a huge Star Wars fan. Like, he had some absolutely insane... he's like 20 years older than me. No, 20 years? Maybe 15 years, whatever. He's a lot older than me, so he's my older cousin, so he had to like put up on my shit when my parents would go visit my aunt and uncle and stuff like that. So he would tell me stuff about Star Wars, because he used to have all the comics, all the fucking collector's cards, all the figures, everything. Had all the shit. So I remember him telling me how Darth Vader become Darth Vader. And like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I thought I was on like some fucking like next level top secret shit. Because he was like, oh yeah, Vader falls into I think the way he worded it to me was like he fell into a volcano and stuff like that. But yeah, because there was obviously stories released about how he become how he was and stuff like that. And like for me, it was like, oh my god, we're gonna see how he fucking gets melted and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I related more to it. I don't know.
We did see how he got smelted.
Smelted. He did. Smelted into.
He didn't have the high ground.
He became gold member.
Oh, don't do that.
Do you remember that film? Did you see that?
Yeah. No, do you remember Austin Powers?
What?
Do you remember Austin Powers?
Of course, I remember Austin Powers.
was
Yeah,
the thing,
it's really
wasn't
funny because looking at you on the webcam, it looks like you're staring into the void. It's great.
it? I am. Oh, I am.
Do you
'cause I'm
remember
just like,
Austin Powers?
remember Austin Powers? Just
Do
staring
you?
off into space. It's because I'm looking at you.
Austin Powers was good. Austin Powers 1 and 2 were good.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were good. Yeah, I'll go so far.
Goldmember was not good.
No, yes, good. I'm so glad that you agree.
No, Goldmember was not good. Like,
I remember
not even close.
Because I watched the first 2 films when I was too young to really watch them. And so when Goldmember came out, it was like, oh, the new Austin Powers movie, everybody.
Did you just say Goldeneye?
Goldmember, shut up. And so, yeah, we went to watch it, and I was like, I don't enjoy this.
I didn't enjoy it. I think because I really loved Austin Powers 1 and 2. I watched those films a lot when I was younger. And yeah, when 3 came out, I was like, this fucking sucks.
This reeks. I hate it. Get rid of it.
Killed that franchise. Killed it dead. I was really surprised they never brought that back, to be honest.
That wouldn't surprise me if they try again.
I mean, we got Zoolander 2. How was that, Cole?
Oh, God, don't even... I completely forgot that A, existed, and B, that we did a video on that. We went to the cinema to watch that film.
I was very upset when we left the cinema after that film.
We were speechless.
Very upset.
Fucking good God.
I'm still upset.
I can't remember how we got here. Star Wars.
We talked about Star Wars, and then we mentioned Goldmember, and then we come back round. Who even cares?
So you're gonna watch all of Star Wars in 4K?
Well, yeah, at some point. It is all on Disney Plus in 4K, so technically you could.
You could just do that.
We
could watch it along together.
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
It's a shame we're not more famous. We could have like a Patreon and be like, let's have a watch along with our fans.
Party and get everybody to chip in a $5 and no, because nobody likes us.
No.
And also, what would we do with money? We just spend it on Lego.
Just buy microphones we don't need.
Yeah, that's all we do.
Yeah.
That's fun though. Star Wars, yay. I feel like you've run out of things to say.
Star Wars,
yay. Done it.
Yeah, well, because we're in lockdown.
Thanks for reminding me.
We're in lockdown, remember? That thing that's going on right now in the world. Everything
is fucked. Nobody's happy.
It's my thumb up.
We're all doomed, and it's the end.
Yes. So maybe on that note, then we'll fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, maybe by next week you'll have actually done stuff. Don't give me the international sign for
wrap it up.
Wrap you up in a minute. Put you in the sea.
You know what they say? Don't be silly. Wrap your Aaron.
They don't.
No one says that. No one ever says that.
Yeah. So my tasks for you for this week are to just don't be a piece of shit anymore.
Okay.
Watch something. Do something. Try and do something.
One of the two things.
That is my task for you. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Watch something you wouldn't normally watch. Watch the first episode of Midnight Gospel, or read a book. Maybe.
Fuck you. I can read if I want to. Okay.
Educate yourself.
You educate yourself.
Become a smarter human being, and then we can talk again. Be able to hold yourself in a conversation.
On that note, fuck this guy.
I love you.
Once again for listening. I fucked that up. I wish I could retake that. I can't retake that, so I'll go again. Once again, guys, thanks for listening. We have been PodVulture. If you could do us the honour of following us on our social media at PopVulture.
Do you want me to do this?
I give up. Coleman, take it away.
Okay, cool.
Take it away.
If you want to give us a follow on Twitter at PopVulture off. You can find us on Facebook by searching for PopVulture Official. You can find us on YouTube as well, because we'll be on our YouTube channel. Search for PopVulture Official on there. You can also watch some of our old videos if you so wish. But on this video, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Give us as much love as you are willing to give us. Share our information to the world.
Oh, he is nailing this.
Horrendous umbrella that we have going on.
You can also find us on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher. You can find us on Spotify. The only one that really anyone gives a fuck about is probably Spotify, because it's the easiest place.
That's how I consume all of my media too. We weren't on Apple Music for a while for some reason.
We are there. I've seen people get the notification. We're there. Follow us. You'll get those notifications. Oh, also, he said subscribe on YouTube, but also if you're on YouTube, press the fucking little notification bell. Get those notifications in your face.
That's a thing. That helps the algorithm as well. So every time there is a new video, hopefully we'll do this more regularly because I enjoy talking. Believe it.
We enjoy talking.
Absolute human sack.
Who knows? When this shit's over, maybe we'll actually be able to make some other content as well together. Until then, though, we'll be back next week. Probably on a Tuesday. Should we stick to Tuesdays? I don't know.
Tuesday works for me.
Okay. Well, it might be on Wednesday by the time it comes on the internet. Who knows? Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. We'll be there. When you've got click that notification bell, you'll know. So, yeah. Goodbye.
Love you all. Goodbye.
We do love you all.
Now, this is great podcasting.
Shut up.